Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play EarthBound. This will be part 38, the bonus episode. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So first off, I got a little thing I want to show off. I'm just going to show off the debug mode. Originally I was planning on like having this comparison between all my previous playthroughs. And I have 4 of them. So yeah, this is the 4th one, actually. I think I mentioned that before. The thing is, it ended up taking too long, so this is actually, attempt number 2. So yeah, I think I'm just going to explain the debug menu. So yeah. I was thinking of, it'd be fun to just kind of goof around and show you guys all my other stats, but pretty much all that was interesting to note there was, like, the different items I got and the different stats, but yeah. Anyway. So yeah, let's just get on with the debug menu. So there's actually 2 debug menus in the game, but I'm only going to be showing one because it's already going to be long enough as it is. And 2, I'm not really too familiar with the other one, so we're just going to stick with 1. So yeah, this one works based off of using the ATM card. As you saw there, it didn't do anything because I don't have the code on, so I'm just kind of doing that to show you that I do not have the code on at all. So we're going to go ahead and activate it. So I'll go ahead and exit full screen mode. And I made sure to line up the windows so that it doesn't get in the, like, the border won't get in the way. So here we go. I've exited full screen mode. The game looks a little bit smaller, and it may look like these black borders are getting in the way, but I'm putting my mouse here to show you that this is just like the border of the window, because this little area on the top and the bottom down here take up the vertical space, so they had to kind of shrink it down horizontally as well. So yeah, it's not like there's nothing being cut off over here. So yeah, I'll move my mouse over here so you can see. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to be using BSNES, as you can see by the little logo up here. It should work pretty similarly on all the other emulators, but I'm using BSNES, so we'll go ahead and just show you how to do that. So yeah, we're going to go to Tools, then we're going to go to Cheat Editor. It'll open up this little menu here. And I actually have a notepad already open where I saved the cheats. So yeah, I'll keep the other little bit off the screen. So yeah, that way when I go back to this window, I can still click back to it. Although unfortunately, I gotta go back to this. There we go. I gotta go into the side for that. Yeah, so we're just going to go to add, and we're just going to copy and paste this code into there. So yeah, I like to just copy this, just go like that. I call it, yeah, we'll just call it debug 1, and then I'll just cut, paste, and I got to get rid of that space at the beginning because that can jack up the code. So there we go. Just want it like that, go like that, then we're going to do the same for debug menu 2. Alright, add, boom, paste. Boom, copy, and I'm going to go ahead and backspace that space because I don't think it's necessary. Add, and then I'm going to go here one more time. And I'll try to remember to put these codes in the description so that you guys won't have to just like copy them down by, seeing them here. But yeah, there you go, add. And I would say don't enable them yet. I would say check the boxes here, and then finally click enable cheats. I don't think anything happens, like anything bad happens if you don't enable them all at once. But I like to just have them all enabled at once. So I check all 3 of them, and then I press enable cheats, and this will activate everything at once. And then you see active cheat codes enabled. So yeah, visually nothing changed, but now when we try to use the ATM card, we'll be greeted with this lovely menu. And everything looks super weird. Originally, my theory about why it looked weird is because I thought everything was using Japanese characters, but when they removed the Japanese characters for the Western translation, it ended up kind of scrambling the text. But then you would see some things like kind of appear sort of understandable, like Sund would kind of be like, that's the sound test, and I'll cover that in a bit. But yeah, as it turned out, I looked up why it's like this, and it turns out that it's just Romanized Japanese. This thing is that for some reason it's just missing a lot of the vowels. So like here, this one's just supposed to be sound, but it's just missing an O. And these are supposed to be like actual Japanese words, but there's just a lot of vowels missing for some reason. I guess to make it shorter so it would fit into the window, but I don't know. Either way, it doesn't really matter because I know what all these mean, and in a bit you'll know what they mean as well. So yeah, I'm not going to go over every little detail about it, but I am going to cover most of your general information that you need to know. So yeah, we'll start with this. We'll go from top left going down, and then we'll go to the right and then down. So starting with this is the party editor. So this first option allows you to add any party member, well, from this list anyway. And I'll just go ahead and say who these are. First one's Ness, then Paula, Jeff, Pooh, Porky, Picky, King, Tony, Bubble Monkey, Dungeon Man, and then the Flying Man 1 through 5. And I find this kind of interesting because I didn't really think the Flying Men were like all different entities, but it turns out that they actually are all different. I guess it makes sense because you see them walking around, like 5 of them walking around in their little house, so I guess it would be weird if they just had the same code, or like if it was all the same entity, because then it would cause some issues, I think. So yeah, they're all different. And yeah, if we wanted to add someone in there, we would just simply press A, and it added them. We could also add like Tony, and yeah, if we go on to we just hit B if we want to go back, and as you can see, we now have Tony and the Flying Man in our party. Actually, I'm kind of curious to see what happens if we have Tony when we get into a battle. As far as I know, nothing would happen. Oh yeah, I forgot the Flying Man is way too strong for these on-it enemies. Yeah, way too strong. Alright, well, I guess it doesn't matter too much. Anyway, the next thing is, HZS is remove party member. And the way this works is you just type the position of the party member you want to remove. So if we want to remove Tony, but not Flying Man, we'd go to position 2. That would remove Tony. And if we wanted to get rid of the Flying Man, we'd say 3. But keep in mind that if we press 2 to get rid of Tony, now the Flying Man is in position 2. So if we go to 3, it doesn't do anything because no one's in slot 3. Now the Flying Man's in slot 2. And in case you're wondering, you can get rid of Ness like this. So yeah, you could do that. And then you could just play as Paula, which is actually kind of nice. Normally you can never play as Paula by herself, but now we can. Well, you see, like, for some reason when we get rid of the party members, like the main party members, for some reason we get their windows kind of glitched up like this. So for instance, if we bring Jeff and Jeff and Pooh, for some reason, yeah, we decided to say remove Jeff for some reason. So we'll get rid of Jeff, and I don't know, get rid of Paula too. You'll see that their text boxes still linger, and yeah, there's no real way to fix that. For some reason, the game will fix it automatically when you like the party gets updated through the story, but yeah, otherwise you'll just have these text boxes here. So I just end up having like all the party members here because, well, yeah, why not? Anyway, so yeah, the teddy bear, it counts as a party member, even though you can't select it in the party menu. It counts as a member, and one thing to make note here is that you can only have 6 party members at one time. So if we try to add King in right now, we won't be able to because there's already 6 party members. So you'll have to get rid of someone first. So we'll have to go ahead and let's get rid of Picky. And then now we'll be able to add King. So there we go. And yeah, if you're curious, you can get rid of the teddy bear. It just, I don't know why you'd want to, because it only really provides a benefit, but yeah, I'll go ahead and keep him in there, or it in there, I guess. So yeah, alright, so next thing to talk about is this, and this is the status effects. So when you select it, you'll be given the option to pick who you want to give a status effect to. Let's just say Jeff, and we have a list of different effects. And I actually didn't bother to learn all of these. You could easily figure these out yourself, though, because there's only like 10 of them or so, or 11, I don't know. Let's see, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there are 13 of them, so that's not too much. Ones I know off the bat, though, this one is full heal, this one is kill. So like if we kill Jeff, And then we could, I think this one's poison. So there we go. And then these two on the bottom are interesting because these are to lower their HP and PP down to like a certain percentage, like a very small percent. So like it doesn't change it to the minimum. As you see, it doesn't turn Paula's HP to 1, it changes it to 2. And yeah, if you had like 600 HP, then you'll be left with like 20 or 30 PP or HP instead. So yeah, but this KNKU thing just full heals you, so we could just full heal you, and it'll cure all status as well as full heal, all HP and PP as well. Yeah, one thing I find interesting though is that this effect here is homesickness, and you can actually give homesickness to your other party members, and it works exactly like you would expect it. So yeah, if we go here, we check Paula's status, she is homesick. So yeah, that means every once in a while you'll actually, when you're fighting enemies, you'll get a text box that says like something like Paula was like misses home, or Paula was thinking about steak and craving it, stuff like that. She'll basically just miss out on her turn. So yeah, I tested it out. It does have full functionality. Unfortunately, calling Ness's mom will not cure the homesickness of anyone other than Ness. So the only way to cure these people would be to probably have to go to the hot spring, like the red hot spring in the Lost Underworld, or go to Dr. Saturn, because the blue-haired healers and the doctors in the hospitals do not heal that, and obviously healing, PK healing does not heal anything. So yeah, the only way would be to go to Dr. Saturn or to a hot spring in like the Lost Underworld geyser, or just like a hot spring in Saturn Valley, and that'll cure you. Or you could just use KNKU and that'll also heal. And just so you could see, it cured her homesickness. So there you go. Alright, next is this one. This is the money editor. And you know what, it might be useful if we go to a ATM. Well, I should probably stop by and get a town map. I keep forgetting to do this. There we go, blah blah blah. We got a map. There we go. Alright. So the ATM, the nearest one is this one in the drugstore. So yeah, we checked the ATM, better withdraw money. We only have $8 in the account, and for some reason we have like $1,020. I guess that must have happened when we gave ourselves extra party members or something. I didn't really pay attention. I thought we only had like $2 to start, but whatever. We got some money. But yeah, this first option will give you max money in the account, so 9,999,999. And if we go and check here, we will see that we indeed have 9,999,999, and we could take the money out and all that. So yeah. And likewise, the next option is to max out our on-hand cash. So this will give us 99,999 on hand, but it will not affect what's in our account. So yeah. This next one allows us to edit whatever number we want. So if for some reason we want specifically like 149, we could change it to 149. And yeah, pretty simple. We can give ourselves like 21,000, you know. But yeah, we only have 5 decimal places to work with, so we cannot give ourselves like $1 million. We can only go up to 99,999. Anyway, the last thing, it just reduces all your money to 0 on your on-hand money anyway. If we go back to the ATM, we'll see that we still have the same amount that we had from before. So yeah, that's how that is. Next thing here is kind of a risky little thing. You don't really want to be using it too much. This is like the business services, and more than half of these just crash the game. It would be these 2, or 3 I meant. These 2 are Escargot Express. This one's the delivery. This is the takeout, and this one's the pizza guy. And the reason why these crash the game is because normally when you call Escargot Express, you'll see the NPC run on screen, then talk to you, and he'll run off screen when he's done talking to you. So the game, when you close the menu after talking to him, the game will run a command to make the NPC run off screen. But when you use the debug menu, it doesn't actually call the Escargot Express guy to you. It just brings up the menu. So when you actually close the menu, he'll say like, alright, he's gonna go back. And then the game will tell him to run, but he doesn't exist, so the game tells a non-existent entity to run away, and that is what causes the crash, or rather a soft lock. Yeah, he'll give you null, which is fine. That's just an empty item. He doesn't give you anything. Not that that would matter, because now we're soft lock. I cannot move. No inputs are registered. But yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and save myself by doing a little rewind. Same thing happens here. And yeah, we can yeah, we don't have enough money. Soft lock. And yeah, the same thing will happen with the pizza guy, so I'll just skip him. But these two do work, however, and that's because there's no animations linked to ending the menu. It's just normal. This is the cash dispenser man in the deep darkness, and this is I Go Stick from the Tenda village in the Lost Underworld. Although I thought it looked like egg steak, which I thought was funny. But yeah, like if we look in here, we can take money out pretty much wherever we want. We can take whatever we want, and it'll take an extra amount from our balance in the ATM. But it is fully functional. It will not soft lock the game. All right, let's go ahead and like we can deposit money too. We could put in like, I don't know, 100, and yeah. And yeah, if we check the ATM, we'll see that our balance has changed. So yeah, those guys work completely fine. Yeah, obviously the best thing is to keep these things maxed out because it's not really useful otherwise. So I'm just gonna go ahead and max out my money. Anyway, the next option is the hint menu. And these are just all the hints in the game. I didn't really show them too much in my playthrough, but there are numerous hint guys, and they charge you an amount of money that gets higher and higher depending on how far you are in the game. So yeah, and they'll just kind of give you a random hint, but here we can actually see them all for free. We just have to put in the ID for the hint, and then it'll give us the hint. So yeah, there you go. This seems to citizens of Amen have been harassed by those dang street punks called the Sharks. Wonder if going to talking to Frank would do any good. So yeah, it's just kind of that stuff. We can see like hint 32. In the middle of Dusty Dunes Desert, there's someone who's starving. Just sense it. That's it for today. So yeah. The next one is item descriptions. As long as we know the ID for the item, we can get any description. If we just press 0, it'll act as back. I didn't mention that yet, but for all these, they tell us to put in a numerical value. Outside of the money one, of course. They will just treat it as pressing B. So, yeah. Anyway, the item from 1 to 255 will work. Or actually, I guess 1 to 253, actually. But I'll get more of that when I talk about the items. But yeah, 1 is the Franklin badge, so we'll go ahead and see the Franklin badge description. And there you go, it just says the description. I think 2 is the teddy bear. And yeah, it's a cute teddy bear. And yeah, it's just the same as like going here and pressing help. So yeah, pretty simple, but you know, I can see why they would put that in the debug menu. Next is the hints thing, and this is the reason I got the map. If we check the map, we can see that these little flashing icons will tell us where all of the facilities are. So yeah, we can see shop, food, hotel, all that good stuff. But we don't see where the hint guy is, and that's because we don't get that put into there until we actually go to the hint guy's house and talk to him. But if we use the debug mode, pressing this, when we next open the map, we will see that the hint guy's house is now highlighted. So yeah, if we just rewind, it's not highlighted. You normally only highlight when we go inside his place, and then we go, oh no, I guess we have to talk to him first. Blah blah blah. So yeah, when we talk to him, now he's there. But yeah, just pressing the hint thing will make it appear on the map. Again, a very small thing, but I suppose I can understand why they'd want to do that, to make sure the flag is working correctly. So yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and move on to this thing. This one is probably my favorite command of them all. This is the item management. So yeah, this will let us get any item in the game as long as we know the ID for it. And I messed around with this so much now that I pretty much know most of the useful ones anyway. Not all of them, because like I said, there's 253 different items in the game. But I know the ones that I like to mess around with, and that would be like the Franklin badge. For Ness, I like to give him the Gutsy Bat, which is 26. We'll give him number 62, which is the star pendant. Matter of fact, we'll give a star pendant to everyone. So all those hours spent grinding and doing some RNG manipulation, we can totally trivialize that by just doing this and giving ourselves free star pendants. And we can even get ourselves multiple of rare items. For instance, there's only one goddess band in the game, but we can just make it so that there are multiple goddess bands. But yeah, let's go ahead and we'll give everyone a goddess band. There we go. Anyway, and we also do other stuff, like for instance 101 is like rock candy, so we could give ourselves rock candy. And another thing that's kind of interesting, I think it's 226. Yeah, so from 226 we'll get lucky sandwiches, but there's actually different kinds of lucky sandwiches. So you'll see, like we do 229, we'll also get another lucky sandwich, but it'll have a different effect. And that's the way the lucky sandwiches work in the game. It's not just one item that randomly gives you different properties, but rather it's 6 different items that have all like consistent properties. You just can't see really what they are because they all have the same name. But yeah, once you try them, oops, I meant to go 231, then you'll see what effects they give. We're not really going to see too much of what they do because we're already at max, but yeah, they increment from just giving you like a small amount of HP to a medium amount of HP, then a large amount of HP. Then there's, after that, or sorry, yeah, small HP, medium HP, and then max HP. And then after that, you get small amount of PP, medium amount of PP, and then you get max HP and PP. And that's the one that I have right here. That's saying like who ate it, HP maxed out, and also recovered 0 PP. The only reason it says that is because we're already maxed out. So yeah, but that's another interesting one. My favorite thing to do is to give the rock candy with 119, which is the that's the rock candy with the sugar packet. So then we could just, you know, abuse this and give ourselves insane level ups. I actually did this on 2 separate files where I just abused the heck out of giving myself infinite IQ capsules and rock candies and sugar packets. And by the time I reached like level 99, I had like over 3,000 HP and over like 1,200 PP. It was pretty insane. Maybe not 1,200, it was, I think maybe just 1,100. But it's still like way more HP and PP than you'll ever normally get in the game. But yeah, fun fact, when your HP goes above 1,000, it will be pretty much indistinguishable from how it is now, because there's no value for having like a 0 in front of the 3 right there in that first slot. So it'll just be empty. So 1031 will look exactly the same as 31. But when it goes to 1100, then you'll get glitched sprites in that first slot. So yeah, kind of weird. But anywho, although the HP, like rolling HP thing doesn't seem to work that well. When healing, it seems to work fine, but when you take damage, it just seems to instantly change to the new HP. But yeah, anyway, let's not drag on too long about this. So this next one is just event items. And this is like the same thing as the first thing, except only for the event items. And you can sort of tell what you're going to get. Like, this is the diamond. I can't really tell exactly what these are, all of them. I just know, like, this one's Franklin badge, so we might as well get that. We could give, like, we have 2 Franklin badges, so we can give one to Paula. And, yeah, like, this is kind of useless. Like, if you already know the IDs for all the items, then you don't really need to do this again. But, you know, if you want, that's an easier way of giving yourself the event items. Anyway, this one is probably the most useless of them all. This one just fills your inventory with Skip Sandwich Deluxes. Unfortunately, as far as I know, you cannot change what this gives you. If it did, that would make getting like infinite like IQ capsules and other stat capsules like Vital capsules and Guts capsules and rock candies. Those would be so much easier, other than, you know, having to manually enter each code in one at a time until you max out your inventory. But unfortunately, yeah, this seems to be stuck on giving you only Skip Sandwich Deluxes. And you know, I select it. Yeah, my inventory is filled to the brim with the Skip Sandwich Deluxes. So yeah, that's stupid. I'm not gonna want that. Then let me just check it real quick. Yeah, okay. we do not have max inventory now. But yeah, anyway, this next one is for removing items. So the first option here is pretty dangerous. I wouldn't recommend using it. The ZNB removes all items from all party members. So yeah, there we go. It just closes the menu. And yeah, no one has anything anymore. And you're pretty screwed because if that happens to you, you cannot get an ATM card ever again. So yeah, you're screwed if that happens. You just have to start over the game if you forgot to save. But yeah, SNTK is a lot nicer. This just lets you select specifically what you want to erase. So for instance, if we're going to erase the cookie, we just have to select it. And yeah, we can even get rid of things we normally wouldn't be able to get rid of. For instance, the soundstone. And then you try to get rid of the soundstone normally, you'll just say you shouldn't throw the soundstone away, which is annoying. You can't even put it in storage. So yeah, with this though, we can just get rid of the soundstone, and if we want it back, we can just use the ATM card, or the debug menu rather, to just put in the code for it in this menu, and we'll just get it right back. And it'll even have all the songs saved on it still, so don't worry about that too much. But yeah, anyway, next one is Tracy. So I'm gonna go ahead and go back to Ness's house. I'm just gonna warp. The warp point is a little bit close to Ness's house, so I'll just do that. So yeah, when we talk to Tracy, we can check out, but she has nothing in her inventory. So yeah, but what this man does here is fill her inventory with some items, and for some reason it seems to start off with the minor league bat, and then it just increments up from the item numbers and values. So this one's like, I think normally item number 22 or something like that. Let's see, this is 26, so 25, 24, 23. So from 23 onward, it just goes up. Although, oh wait, that's right. So never mind, it's not 23 because it's going like, it goes from left to right and then down left to right. So actually this is 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20. So yeah, from 20, it just goes up incrementally like that. 2, 4, 6. So interesting. And yeah, it just has it completely filled. So we can, we can get all the way up to the Great Charm, but from there on, it just can't fit anything else. But yeah, and like you'd probably expect, the next command there empties her locker. So yeah. So now if we want to check out, she's not storing any of our stuff. So yeah, that's a bit of a bummer. But yep. And the last thing is this one right here. This one gives you or equips you with the best items, but there's a bit of an asterisk on there. This is like the best items you would get legitimately. So what I mean by that is no grinding for like rare 1 out of 128 items. So you'll see, instead of having the star pennant, Ness will have the C pennant equipped. Matter of fact, I'll just go in here so you can see it. He won't have the gutsy bat. Even though the legendary bat technically does more damage, the gutsy bat is argued to be the best one in the game. But yeah, and then you'll start to see these become more and more apparent as we go through here. Like Earth Pennant is clearly not the best. The Cherub's Band and the Saddle Ribbon are not the best either. Moonbeam Gun, like none of these are the best items. They're like the second best or the third best even. And here, because the Sword of Kings is a 1 out of 128 item, you can't have it here. It's not considered when you get the best weapons. So yeah, these are only going to be things that you get in the presents, in the gift boxes and stuff throughout the world. And yeah, if there's only one of them normally through the game, then you'll only have one. So yeah, if you actually want to get yourself like the best stuff, then you'll have to do it this way. And let me just go ahead and like switch these out. There's no real reason for me to do this, but why not? Souvenir coin, that's already the best. So, we already got our holy fry pan, and our goddess band. Just need like a goddess ribbon. You need like everything. So yeah, we'll go ahead and put that on. All right. Also, I forgot to mention. I almost completely forgot to mention. I actually decided to make a list. So I'm gonna exit full screen real quick. I actually made a list on Notepad of all the item values in the game. Oops, that's a debug menu. This one, there we go. So yeah, this is the IDs for all the items in the game. I have like this table of contents. At first I was gonna kind of categorize each item, but as the list got on and on, you'll start to see that it didn't work out so well. Some categories have like, you know, one item, maybe like two items. Like, where's one with two? And this one's like, yeah, it's just like two items, three items, I guess. 144, 145, 146. And yeah, this one's just like more event items. This is literally just two items, and I thought, shoot, like these are not even like in the same category. And then you'll see like neutralizers for some reason is super far from Jeff's battle items, and Earth Pendant is way far from the other pendants. That's like over here. No, it's bracelets. Pendants, yeah, over here. So like it's super weird. So I just got tired and I decided not to include that. But I have all the items here, and I have like spaces in between each category. But yeah, so there you go. If whatever item you want, you can just go here. I'm pretty sure someone else has made a list of this already. So unfortunately, I might have wasted my time. It took me like about an hour or two. It's not like too terribly long, but it was still like a lot of time. But whatever. This is pretty nice little reference for me. So yeah, like for instance, if we wanted like, I don't know, the pack of bubble gum, or better yet, the ATM card, like we can just go here and do F and do like ATM, and there we go. We can see like 177 is the ATM card, and we could just give each party member their own ATM card. So that way, like if somehow they get separated, we can like, you know, they can all use their debug menus. So that's neat. But yeah, so I thought that was pretty neat. Figured I'd show that. So anyway, let's go back to here. We don't need that there. We'll just move this to the side. So yeah, neat stuff, and everything's in here. Only two more things to note is that items 254 and 255 are glitch items, and using them may crash the game. And then from 256 onward, it will just loop. 256 is a null item because it's the same as 0, but remember, pressing 0 is like pressing B, so it just doesn't give you anything. So yeah, then 257 will be the Franklin badge, 258 will be the teddy bear, and so on and so forth. So yeah, I figured I would mention that. Yeah, I don't know, I just figured it'd be neat to show that little list there for a bit. But yeah, anyway, just for the hell of it, I'm gonna go ahead and give myself the ultimate weapons. So yeah, Moonbeam gun, we'll replace that. What else do we need? 86 is the souvenir coin, let's do that. We have an extra goddess band, right? We'll just give that to Jeff instead of having to do debug giving him. And see, he's got a star pendant, and yeah, we need to give him the goddess band, and yeah, that's about it. All right, and then 35 is the Sword of Kings, so we'll give that to Pooh. All right, so let's go ahead and take that and give it to Jeff. Now everyone should be equipped with their best things. Oh yeah, the goddess ribbon. Let's go ahead and get that one real quick. That one's just number 80. It's pretty easy to remember. Alright, so go like that, and equip goddess ribbon. Sick. And then for you, Gaia beam, goddess band, and souvenir coin. And then lastly, Pooh, just Sword of Kings. There we go. Got all the things we need. And we even got everyone with a Franklin badge, so everyone's protected against thunder attacks, so that's really nice. Although it looks like Jeff here seems to be missing his. We'll go ahead and just drop something here. There we go. Then I'll just give it to him because, yeah, I want him to have the Franklin badge. So there we go. Matter of fact, also just to show you, like, yeah, if we use Jeff's ATM card, it'll work exactly the same. So there we go. Alright. Anyway, back to this stuff. So the next one is the warp function, and that you kind of saw me use it for a bit. This will just take us to anywhere in the game. I believe this is You can kind of tell sort of by the names. Like this is On It, Tucson. Is that Threed? I don't think this is Threed. I think this is, yeah, Happy Happy Village. I guess I could have figured from the fact that there's like 2 H's here. But yeah, some of them are not too terribly obvious. What is this? Oh, yes, it's the little cat for some reason. SRK, that's Threed. But yeah, I don't know. I guess you could kind of just figure out most of this. DK, that's Doki. It's the Dusty Dunes Desert. Let's do this again. Yeah, what's I like about this is that you could use this to get to certain places you couldn't normally get to before, or like under normal circumstances, like Moonside, for instance. Normally only Ness and Jeff can get here at a very specific part in the game. But here, with this, we can go here at any time. So, pretty neat. So yeah, we can go bones, bone to bone, and all that. But yeah, we could also do another neat thing, like we could take everyone to Magic Camp. And Ness will be appropriately changed into his pajamas like he always does. But yeah, we can actually also bring everyone else along, and they'll still have all their items, so that's pretty neat. But yeah, so we'll just go ahead and we'll head back to On It because I like On It. But yeah, alright. So the next area in here is the level up editor. So this, when you select this, we have 2 options. This first one just means change the level for all party members, and this one's just change it for a specific party member. So if we use this, we can change everyone's to level 20, and everyone will level up. And yeah, we should have roughly the right amount of stats for this level up. So yeah, it looks like about level 20 stats here. And yeah, if we wanted to change like someone specifically, like if for some reason we wanted to change only Ness, we just go to the other option and we can make him like level 30 for some reason. So yeah, there we go. Now he's level 30, they're level 20 and all that. Unfortunately, we can't like alter the amount of experience, so if we want to just level up, like if we want to like kind of make ourselves get a little bit closer to leveling up, we can't do that. But I don't know why you'd really want to when you could just, you know, like do this and everyone just levels up. But yeah. Anyway, the next thing is the event thing, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna save again just to make sure that nothing gets too screwed up over here. So yeah, let's go ahead and blah blah blah. Yeah, save. All right. That way, if my I get soft locked from something, then I can just restart the file. Anyway. Ah, get out of here. Why do we even fight you? We're level like 60, so. Anywho. So yeah, this is like the cutscene viewer. So when we set this to like 1, we'll be taken to like the first major cutscene. Outside of the intro, of course. And that'll be like the event where King runs away and we're finding Porky's little brother Picky. So yeah, but all our stuff is gone, and I think our party member stuff is going to be gone too. I don't want to waste too much time because the longer I dawdle, okay, it looks like she keeps all her stuff. But yeah, the longer I stay here, the less likely I'll be able to just rewind back. But yeah, it looks like I managed to make it back here, so that's good. And yeah, if we go to like, I don't know, number 20, I think this will just be Pooh by himself and Bomb. So yeah, here we are, we're Pooh. But again, like, oh wait, what the heck? For some reason our item just didn't get reset. Oh, well that's kind of nice. I'm still gonna rewind though, even though we have the ATM card. Yeah, the only other one that I know off the top of my head is a number 39, and that's Magic Ant. Again, like all of our stuff is gone for some reason, which is really weird. But yeah, we can do Magic Ants again. But anywho, yeah, so that's what that is. And next one I already kind of talked about, it's the sound test. And we'll start with effect. I honestly don't know what effect really does. There's only like 2 effects that I actually hear happen. And if we do 1, nothing happens. But for some reason effect 2 just stops the music. So let's, you know, hear how that is. there you go. Now we're muted. But after walking around for a bit, it should come back. No? Okay. Well, all right. I guess we just legit don't have any music. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it'll fix itself once we leave an area and come back. All right. And then the next effect is a fade out. So let's go ahead and hear that. So yeah, the music fades out. I'm pretty sure that's just like testing the effects for like cutscenes when a song fades out and then fades into another song. But as far as I know, um, I don't really know like what if anything else happens. I was thinking maybe one would turn the music back on, but no, it does not seem to do that. Let's try 2. Doesn't do anything. Nope. Yep, it just seems to be quiet. Here, we'll try effect 4. I don't think these even do anything. Yeah, that didn't do anything. What? Okay, for some reason we got like super fast forward. Okay, for some reason that like got rid of one of the voices. That's weird. I'm sorry, I'm kind of finding out some stuff right here. Sorry if I'm getting a little distracted. Let's go in here and see what we can. Does like 8 get rid of a different voice or something? No? Alright, well, anyway, that's interesting. But, anyway, one thing that I do know is that sound effect gives you the different sound effects. Obviously, one is going to be like default one. And we can hear lots of different sound effects. We can actually even hear like battle sound effects and like weird things. We already heard that one. So lots of different things. Oh, there we go. We got one right there. Getting some like PSI sound effects. I actually like that. So cool stuff. But the fun one is background music. So whoops, by putting in like a value, we can hear a song. What's the number 27? There we go. We got the good morning theme. And if we walk around, we can sort of hear it for a bit, but there's certain like loading triggers. Like this one, we happen to be right next to one. You know, let's put on a different one. Let's see, like number, I don't know, 26. So that's the hotel one. And we could sort of hear the song for a bit, as long as we stay more or less in the same area. But if we walk around for a little bit, we'll eventually pass a trigger that will play the correct song again. So unfortunately, we can't use this to just hear like random songs. I would like that a lot, but unfortunately, that's just not an option. Anyway, nice songs. That one's just empty. Oh, nope, it just had a slow fade in. Alright. Well, anywho, there's actually 2 songs I want to talk about real quick, actually. And I know we're already like 44 minutes in, but we're almost done. There's actually 2 unused songs that I would like to bring up. That I know of anyway. There's probably more that I could find if I decided to look over like 200 pieces of music. But yeah, if we do like song number 180, we'll get an unused version of Porky's theme. So let's go ahead and take a listen. And that's it. Very short, sweet, and simple. Because you can sort of hear like an engine sound revving at the beginning, some theorize that this might be an unused early version of Porky when he gets, like Porky's theme when he gets the helicopter from Mr. Monotoli. So yeah, we instead get like a better sounding, more complete version of that song in the final game. But that might have been like an early version used before they finalized the song. Anyway, one song that is seemingly complete, because that Porky one sounded kind of empty, like it was not really finished. But this next song actually is finished, but they just left it out. So this one's going to be a little bit long, about 30 seconds. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a listen. From there, it'll just loop. It looks like it was a little bit longer than 30 seconds, but yeah, it's kind of a creepy theme. Um, so people were theorizing that, like, why this might not have been included, and some people said that it might have just been too creepy. I think that's the lamest excuse, because this is the same game where there's Gygus and creepy cults and Moonside and Gygus. I mean, I know I already said it, but like, come on, Gygus is like the creepiest thing in any Nintendo game, really. And they thought maybe a little tune would be a little scary. I mean, Nintendo isn't a stranger to making creepy tunes, and even though this is more of a HAL Labs, actually it's more of a just a Shiggy Sato toy thing, like Ape and HAL Labs. Nintendo still had involvement in it. And they're not really strangers to adding creepy stuff in their games. I mean, some Zelda games are really creepy, like the freaking Twilight Realm theme from the not Twilight Realm, but like when an area is like put under the Twilight in Twilight Princess. That song sounds creepy. Like, honestly, that's like something you would probably hear in like Silent Hill or something. But anywho, and yeah, there's already a creepy theme in this game with the cave theme in Winters. But my guess as to why they didn't include this song, which, by the way, it's actually a remastered version of a song in EarthBound Beginnings, which is the cave theme in there. Just sounds a lot more 8-bit in that game. So my guess is that this is how it was supposed to sound, like the original vision for it, more or less. But yeah, my guess is for why it was not included is because they just didn't really have a spot that would have fit in. Like, they probably wanted to reuse the song like they did with a lot of other songs. Like the hippie song was reused or remastered. The Sanctuary boss theme is actually somewhat of a remixed slash remastered version of the Strong Enemy theme from EarthBound Beginnings. And then we also get other things like Pollyanna for the Home Sweet Home theme. Other things are like reused. So they probably just wanted to reuse that one too, but they just couldn't really find a spot that fit the ambience well enough. I was thinking like maybe Stonehenge, but they kind of give off a different vibe, and the music they use for Stonehenge fits more with like a mysterious secret base more than that creepy cave music. Like that creepy cave music would have fit more in like a labyrinth, of which there actually was one in EarthBound Beginnings. So that works better for that. But there's not really like a similar sort of creepy labyrinth like that in this game. Maybe you can make an argument for certain locations having it. But yeah, my guess is that they just decided to make more fitting music. And that's why they left that out. But yeah, anyway, we're about 50 minutes in. And there's only one more thing in the debug menu to talk about, and that is the teleport test. So we're going to go ahead and turn this way. So yeah, this is teleport test, although I guess because it's Japanese there's an R there, so I'm guessing they would write it as teleport test. But anywho, so yeah, 0 just takes you back, but 1 will do teleport alpha. It will not consume any PP, so that's nice. Unfortunately, we cannot set the destination, so it'll just default to Saturn Valley. But yeah, there we go. We successfully pulled off a teleport alpha. And just like you would expect, if there was like something in our way, we will crash and get this little suit effect on us. Same thing if we did number 2, which is teleport beta, as you can imagine. So we do that, get covered in suit, but if we do it in a more open area, then we'll be able to teleport even if it's right back to pretty much where we were already. But yeah, one thing that is kind of interesting though is the 4th one. So if we skip 3 and go straight to 4, we'll get another teleport beta. But this time doesn't seem to be bothered by hitting walls. It seems like we just pass right through them. It doesn't really matter where we do it. Also, another thing to note is that you could do this teleport anywhere. Like, whereas if we try to teleport in here, yeah, you cannot learn teleport here, or you cannot do teleport here. But if we try to do teleport with the debug code, it will do a teleport, although there's just not enough room really to do it in. But yeah, like even if we're surrounded by all these trash cans, using teleport effect number 4, we'll just still to teleport beta. And this is still in the final game, it's just that we can't use it normally. It's actually used 2 times, I think. Or is it just once? I think it's 2 times. But, actually no, yeah, it's once. So that time is after we wake up from Magic Ant, and Ness says that he needs to go to Saturn Valley. They do a version of Teleport Beta where you see that they do not get blocked by the fact that there's walls around them. And I was gonna say we get sort of another version of that with Pooh in Dalam when he teleports to Summers to meet up with Ness and party. But it seems more like that's a different effect altogether, and you might think that might be teleport number 3. No, teleport number 3 causes this weird glitchy screen effect to occur, and then it just loads us back into here. Now, interestingly enough, despite how broken the game looks when we do this, the effect does not actually cause any damage to the game, so it seems to work successfully every time. It just looks really weird. But yeah, there we go. Like, this just shows up. Also, another thing I kind of like to do with this is that we can sort of see how other places look like with the Saturn Valley color palette. So, like, if we go here, this is the Deep Darkness. And, yeah, if we go over to, like, this water real quick, kind of get a good look at this couple things. So, yeah, let's do teleport effect number 3. And if we pause it at the right time, we can briefly see more or less how it would look like with the Saturn Valley palette. So when I pause, unfortunately the screen kind of dims a bit when we pause, but you can more or less get the idea of what's going on here. And yeah, that's kind of how Deep Darkness would look like with the Saturn Valley color palette. The trees and the grass seem to look fine, but obviously this water and those plants on the side, like that flower, were obviously not meant to be in Saturn Valley, so they don't really have any like associated part of the palette, so it just gets these weird blue and red effects. But yeah, everything seems to work fine. So my guess as to what this is that maybe there was a 3rd version of teleport planned to be used in the game, either like for you to use or maybe just for a cutscene. But you know, like maybe like I don't think it would be the one that Pooh did when he teleported from Dalam to Summers, because I feel like that would just work with us standing in place and then blasting off. So I don't know. I was thinking maybe that was supposed to be used like as a version of, I don't know, maybe a teleport gamma. Maybe they were playing around with like another teleport. Like Ness doesn't seem to move around much, so maybe yeah, he was gonna have something similar to what Pooh did, where he just stays in his place, doesn't even move at all, and then just teleports. But I don't know, that one wouldn't really make sense. So yeah, I don't know exactly what it is. Maybe they were trying to do a different effect, but they just decided not to go with it. But yeah. Anyway, try to do like teleport 5 or anything above that, it just doesn't do anything. So yeah, don't even bother. It'll be the same as just pressing B. So only those 3 work. But yeah, because there's only one value, I guess we could technically see like all the effects. So there's 7, there's 8, there's 9, like whoa, so cool. So yeah, 3 is the only one that is weird. So I don't know. Yeah, maybe there was gonna be like a teleport gamma, but then you probably thought teleport beta is enough, or either that, or they just stopped. Let's try something new for a cutscene, but then they just never implemented it. But anyway, that is pretty much it for the debug menu. Now, I guess this was sort of a guide. I'm gonna go ahead and just say this was not really meant to be a guide. This was just kind of me showing off something in the game. Although I ended up kind of treating it like a guide, just kind of got it started. But yeah, the reason I say this is because, funnily enough, my most viewed video on this channel, or not necessarily from me viewing it, but the most viewed video on my channel right now is my Star Wars Rogue Squadron 2 Rogue Leader bonus video, which is like the special features and cheat codes. And my guess as to why that one is the most viewed video on the channel is probably because people were mistakenly thinking that that was a that was meant to be like a guide. Like, no, that was just supposed to be me goofing off. And that's kind of what my original plan was for this video, before I realized that it would be over an hour long if I started goofing off after this. So I decided just to cut that. But yeah, like maybe I could make a more in-depth video, although I feel like there's not really much more to explain than what I already have. But I don't know. I probably won't make a video about this. I guess this is a guide enough to the debug menu. The only thing really is like missing like the values for the music and what those all the effects of the status ailments do. But yeah, I mean, this is pretty much it. Like so, there you go. But yep, I guess that'll wrap it up then for this video. And as likewise, it will wrap it up for this playthrough. I was gonna say, I guess I could put some final thoughts about the game in here. I kind of already talked about what I usually liked about this game and stuff. I already talked about like some of the mechanics and things. I guess I'll just go and say, like, if you're interested in trying an RPG, definitely try this game out. It's really fun. And you can do, like, I would recommend without cheats, obviously, to get the experience, but if you want to use the ATM card to just give yourself like a new game plus, give yourself level 99 with all the best equipment in the game. You could totally like trivialize things, like, we could go here and we can fight the sharks, and they're just pathetic. Like they can't stand a chance. So like, wow, this boss here is gonna be so easy. And oh no, I'm gonna do PK rockin'. Whoa. How did I win? But yeah, like normally that's a difficult boss, but yeah, you could just kind of goof off with this. Or you could just kind of see some interesting unused stuff like the music. There's definitely a lot of music in there. I did not go through each music one by one. I was planning on it, but then I realized that sounds like a lot of trouble. So I decided not to. But yeah. I definitely love this game a lot, so I would recommend this to anyone for like any reason. Like, unless you just like hate RPGs. But I don't know, even if you don't like RPGs, I would still recommend giving it a try. Just to get a different feel for a different kind of game. I like it a lot, and you can kind of see the influence over both of my channels actually. Pretty much from, it's either Smash Bros. Brawl, or no, it wasn't Brawl. I think it was Wind Waker Randomize Onward. You'll see that a lot of the on-screen text is written in the EarthBound font, which probably wasn't immediately obvious because I didn't use it too much in this playthrough. I only used it like twice. But yeah, it's supposed to be based off of the font that you see like right here. I actually went and downloaded the font, and there was actually a font pack. It included a couple of different EarthBound fonts. And so this one was called Apple Kid, because this is just like the text and stuff. But you could even get like the font for like Mr. Saturn, or for like, when you boot up the game and it'll say like the year is 1990X, and then it'll like Ness's house. You can get that font as well, which I'm pretty sure is the same font for that hallucination with the coffee break. And yeah, there's like other ones as well. Like I think there's a font for like the the names down there, Ness, Paula, Jeff, Pooh. Like I think there was a font for that as well. And the You Win, I'm pretty sure, had its own font as well. But yeah, anyway, I use that for like everything because I just like the, the pixel style of it. But yeah, that'll do it for this video. So I don't know. This might make another bonus video, but chances are I probably won't. I might mess around with this game at some point in the future, but I think this is a good enough ending for it. So yeah. Anyway, that's enough rambling. So yeah, that'll do it for this playthrough of EarthBound. With this, I would say we're done. We're complete. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll try to figure out what to do next. I don't know if I should continue doing some Let's Plays like immediately after, or if I should try to do some more stuff for the main channel. I'll probably do Let's Plays because that's easier, but I kind of have an itching for uploading some stuff to the main channel. I might have to just redo that Ocarina of Time glitch stuff, but I don't know. I'll decide that when I get there. But yeah. Anyway, for now, thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you guys next time.